Welcome back to another review. This time we'll have a closer look at Robocash, which is a P2P lending platform where you can invest in loans from lending companies under the Robocash group, which made a profit of around 20 million US dollars last year. My name is Jakub from P2P Empower, and if your goal is to become a more educated P2P investor, consider subscribing and also hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this one in the future. We release new content on a weekly basis to keep you in the loop about important news from the industry. So let's kickstart this review with the introduction of Robocash. As already mentioned, the Robocash investment platform is part of the Robocash group. The group was established in 2013 and is currently active in 8 countries with more than 10 lending companies. The group has a very solid track record with 932 million US dollars worth of issued loans. The company is mainly focusing on providing automated online lending services for underbanked clients. This strategy seems to work very good as 2/3 of Robocash's borrowers are returning clients. In the latest P2P talk with the deputy CFO Grigory Shikunov, we have learned that Robocash Group is mostly self-funded. The group finances only about 10 to 12% of their total loan portfolio through the Robocash investment platform. That's a very conservative approach to P2P lending, which certainly shows that the group is well capitalized and doesn't rely that much on external funding sources. So now let's talk about the Robocash investment platform. The Robocash investment platform was founded in 2017 and the company was first established in Latvia. However, due to a better regulatory fit, the platform was moved to Croatia. So far, more than 12,800 investors have funded over 200 million worth of loans through the Robocash investment platform. In total, investors have earned more than 2.6 million euro in interest. What's worth noting is that the P2P lending platform funds mainly payday loans from Kazakhstan and Spain, as well as commercial loans from Singapore. It's likely, however, that Robocash will expand on their loan offerings in the future, so we'll be able to invest in different countries as well. As you might have expected already, all your investments on Robocash are secured by a 30-day buyback guarantee. This means that if the loan repayment is delayed for more than 30 days, the loan company will repurchase your claims against the borrower and pay back the loan principal, the interest, as well as the interest for delayed payments. There are no loan extensions, pending payments, or funds in recovery, and Robocash investors also never lost any money so far. As an investor on Robocash, you can earn around 12% interest per year. As already mentioned, Robocash is a P2P platform and not a marketplace, which means that you won't find any external lending companies on the platform. In fact, not even all loan originators from the group are listing their loans on the investment platform, and those who do fund only about 35% of their loan book via P2P, which means that they are not over-leveraged and have sufficient funds to operate in their markets without relying too much on the funds from P2P investors. This is a very important benefit which we think is not being communicated well enough. This business model allows the lending company to react to any market changes in a very fast manner and protect the investor's interest. Currently, there are only 4 loan originators which source funding from the P2P lending platform. Those lenders are from Spain, Vietnam, Singapore, and Kazakhstan. As we are recording this video, there are no available loans from Vietnam, and most of the loan book consists of short-term loans from Kazakhstan as well as commercial loans from Singapore. You can look up the lending companies under the loan originator section directly on the Robocash P2P platform, where you can learn more about the structure of the lender and the segment in which the company is operating. You should note that the loan availability is fluctuating and the demand from investors is increasing. This can certainly lead to cash drag, which is something you should keep an eye on. If you want to avoid cash drag, we suggest spreading your investments across all available loans that fit your liquidity criteria. Robocash also used to place loans from the Philippines on their platform. However, due to the drastic changes in the local economy, the group decided to temporarily take them down to protect investors' interest. According to the latest information that we have received from Robocash, the situation in the Philippines is slowly stabilizing, so there is a chance that you will be able to invest in loans from the Philippines again. Now, let's look at the investment platform in more detail. As an investor, you first need to register and top up your investor account. Note that Robocash accepts only SEPA transfers, which means that you have to have a bank account from the European Economic Area. The maximum investment amount is capped at 15,000 euro per month and it can take up to 2 working days to receive the funds to your investor account. So now let's have a look at how you can invest on Robocash. The P2P lending platform offers only one feature, which is the Auto Invest. This tool allows you to define certain criteria and automate your investments. What should be pointed out is that this P2P lending platform does not allow you to invest in loans manually. You can create a new portfolio and define your criteria. Here is a brief overview of our portfolio settings. As you can see, we increased the maximum investment amount up to €30 and kept the loan period at maximum 36 days, which means that our loan book is quite liquid. We are reinvesting the repayments and investing in all lenders available on the platform that match our loan criteria. On the right side, you can see how much you will earn within the next 12 months by following this exact strategy, and below you can see how much available loans match your criteria. One thing we should mention is that the portfolio won't be investing equally into all lenders, but in everything that's currently available and what fits the loan criteria. If you want to have a better diversification, you can also create individual portfolios for every lender. This is a recommended strategy for marketplaces which are known for suspending lenders and not properly monitoring the performance of their partners. As this isn't the case for Robocash and our investment is rather small, we don't mind having just one mixed portfolio. Investors on Robocash never reported any losses, and the lenders managed to fulfill the buyback guarantee, which means that setting up different portfolios may not really decrease the risk. It could be, however, a good practice if you want to split your investments across short-term versus long-term loans. Long-term loans are typically commercial loans from the Robocash Singapore or Robocash Vietnam branches. After your auto invest has invested your funds, you can also view your investments and download individual assignment agreements, which are basically the legal documents that define your rights when investing in claims from borrowers from various lending companies. Alternatively, you can also download the loan book and create dedicated charts to get a better overview of how your funds are diversified. If you have invested in long-term loans from Singapore with a duration of 12 months, you can resell them after 6 months on the secondary market. In order for you to buy those loans, you have to make adjustment to your portfolio settings, as there is no secondary market overview on Robocash. There is also no secondary market for short-term loans, so you have to wait until the end of the loan period to withdraw your investments. This is typically around 30 days. Robocash also gives you the opportunity to download your account statement, which you can use to report your income to the local tax office. A nice benefit of Robocash is also that you can create an investment account as a company if you don't want to be investing as a private individual. On the main dashboard, you can get an overview of your investments with data such as the total funds, earned interest, average interest, or the status of your loans. When it comes to the support, it's as responsive as most P2P lending platforms. You can expect an answer within 2 to 3 working days, which makes it not the fastest support in the industry. Now, you might be thinking whether this P2P platform is the right fit for you. Well, investing in lenders from profitable finance group, which protects investors' interest, is generally a much better approach to P2P lending than investing in over-leveraged lenders that lend money on multiple P2P marketplaces. Robocash has managed to deliver on the promise both in terms of returns as well as the buyback guarantee. Personally, I've joined Robocash back in 2018 and invested some capital before my portfolio started suffering from cash drag. The point of investing is to let your money work for you and not to let it sit in the investor account, which is why I withdrew my investments in 2019. The platform has not really been developing in the last 3 years, which makes it look quite obsolete in comparison to other P2P players. For many P2P players in the industry, it's quite common to focus on the lending business instead of developing the P2P platform. This gives a lot of opportunities for marketplaces to create a better product and compete with those P2P platforms. Robocash is, however, aware of the fact that they have a lot of room for improvement and their platform is certainly due for a revamp. From my personal point of view, having a dedicated statistics page and showing the most important data points is a must nowadays. The website lacks several trust factors, which is also why Robocash isn't growing that much. From an outsider point of view, you have to dig really deep to find reasons why Robocash is a good fit for you. That was at least my impression of the platform before I reached out to them and requested an interview. We have had a really open discussion with the deputy CFO and he shared with me a lot of information even off the record, which helped me to better understand Robocash's lending practices in different countries. And because of that, I've joined Robocash again to have some skin in the game and improve the reporting about this P2P lending platform. We've also added Robocash to our list of the best P2P lending platforms on P2P Empire, and the reason for this is not necessarily the platform's interface, but much more the underlying loans of the Robocash group. If you want to learn more about Robocash, I suggest reading our Robocash review and doing your own research before investing. So that's been our honest Robocash review. For those amongst you that want to invest higher investment amounts, I highly recommend watching our interview with Robocash to get an idea where the company is heading and how you can benefit from Robocash's growth. If you're already investing on Robocash, please share your experiences in the comments below. And that's been it from me today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.